One of my favorite things to do is to help people create systems and processes that allow them to manage their money in a way that is right for them. Having a budget is key to achieving your financial goals, but there are many different ways you can budget, and it's important to choose a method that is right for you. With budgeting, I find that not one size fits all, and it's so important to consider your personality type when choosing a budgeting method. So whether you are an analytical type that likes to spend a lot of time on the numbers and the budget categories, or if you're more of a carefree person who wants to spend as less time on the numbers as possible, there is a budgeting method out there for you. There are 3 common budgeting types that I like to use with clients. So I thought I'd give you a quick overview of these to give you some inspiration and to show you that there is no right way to budget and to find a budgeting method that resonates with you. The first budgeting method, which is the most popular, is the fixed budget. So this is essentially where you list all of your fixed expenses first, and then you also list your variable expenses, and then what is left over is counted as savings. Now this is the budget that's most commonly used, and it's how most budget templates are laid out, but it's really good for people who want to have a little bit more detail and who want to be able to actually see the categories of their spending. This budgeting type is great for people who have fixed income and who like to actually be able to dive into the detail. It's also really good for picking up things like spending leaks, so areas that you might be overspending in. The second budgeting method is the percentage method, and this involves allocating a certain percentage to each areas of your spending categories. So a common one is the 50, 30, 20 percentage budget. That one's commonly thrown around, but it's based on 50% of your income goes to your needs, 30% goes to wants, and then 20% is allocated to savings. Now that's just an example. You can obviously choose your own percentages, but that kind of gives you an idea of how it's laid out. This method is great for people who have irregular income or self-employed people, because you're not dealing with fixed numbers all the time. It's more variable and there's room for change. However, if you are on an irregular income, the first thing you need to do is add up all of your fixed non-negotiable expenses and make sure that you can meet those, and then break up the percentages for what's left over for things like wants and savings. The percentage method is also good for people who don't want to spend a lot of time on particular categories and they'd rather just not go deep into the numbers. The third budgeting method, which isn't as commonly used, is the savings first budget. Now this involves taking out the savings figure that you want to put away first and then allocating what's left over to your living expenses. This type of budget is great for people who are super ambitious about achieving a financial goal, and they place emphasis on that saving over their regular day-to-day living expenses. The type of people who would use this budgeting method are generally young teens and adults still living at home because they have really low fixed expenses, and also those who have high income relative to their living expenses. And these people would also have a very particular goal that they're determined to achieve. So those are the 3 types of budgeting methods. You have the fixed budgeting method, the percentage method, and then the savings first budget method. I recommend you give all 3 a try and see which one resonates with you. If you feel that you might need more budgeting help, stay tuned because I will be releasing some limited one-on-one coaching spots that will help you with your budget. In the meantime, please subscribe to my channel for more videos on how to live a mindfully wealthy life.